Hello folks, as promised we are now in our 9th state, Michigan, the Great Lakes state. For our first venture into this state, I've brought you all here to an interesting cultural city. This is the home of the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Already here in Ann Arbor, I've been approached by several people, one of which wanted me to ride on their little rickshaw thing. Another person wanted me to buy one of their pamphlets or something. So you can already tell Ann Arbor is a very lively city. There's the clock. Now, of course, this being a university town, a home for one of the most prestigious universities in this area, of course, it's going to be lively. You're going to have people from all walks of life here. Some college students, some college professors, some who just wish to live here. And because of that, that's why I've brought you all here. Now, I'm not a huge fan of college towns. I don't really like going to these places. But I think for this instance, the University of Michigan is such an important school. And thus, I feel it's necessary that we cover here Ann Arbor, Michigan. Now yes, although this place is bright with all these shops and signs and different parts of this town, I don't think it's very indicative of true Michigan culture. It more so acts like a bubble city. This is not the Michigan that I think of. This is just yet another college town. And I think I've explained that before, so enough of that. I do like the architecture though. See, like I'm saying, there's all these shops for, well, catered towards college students, but not so much a general population. I find it very interesting how Ann Arbor isn't this huge city, but the places, the shops, the businesses you would find are the types of shops you would only see in the largest of cities in America. That's a college town for you. It sort of makes sense. A lot of the college population are coming from cities to these isolated college towns in the middle of the state. So it only makes sense that their interests align with, I think I stepped on a bottle there. It only makes sense that their interests from the city aligns with the interests of these college places. But there you have it. That's my analysis of college towns. Basically a bubble, an exclave of a regular city, but more hipstery, if you'd call it, more educated, that type of feel. Anyway, I'm kind of sick of this place. It's nice and all, but a little too artificial for my liking. Let's go someplace else. One thing I can appreciate about this downtown Ann Arbor scene is that I have not seen one fast food place. No McDonald's, no KFC, no Subway. It seems like the people of Ann Arbor really take pride in their local restaurant scene. So now that we've gotten away from the downtown scene, I've brought you all here to the actual University of Michigan campus. One thing's for sure though, they definitely go crazy when it comes to football season. In fact, we are standing right in front of the United States' largest football stadium. Welcome to Michigan Stadium, everyone. This stadium right here fits over 100,000 people in its capacity. So when you're a Michigan student and you're having fun in the downtown scene, that may be downtown, but it's a good view nevertheless. Once that day's over and you've done your work on campus and it's football season and you're ready to party it up, watch the game, you go back here. Ah, there's that classic blue and gold M that everybody in Michigan knows about. Ah, unfortunately it's closed. Oh my goodness, this is gate 9. There are more entrances. Well, it figures. For the largest stadium in America, you'd need more than a couple gates. Well, if you can look past the bars right here, it's a pretty nice sight, a pretty nice view of this gargantuan stadium. Oh yeah, here looks like an even more grand gate, fitting more waves of crowds as they storm the stadium right before the games. You know, something I've just thought of. There's University of Michigan, and then there's Michigan State University. And apparently, recently they've been really big rivals to one another. That just doesn't make sense to me. I know I'm not a big college sports fan, I don't know much about it, but you'd think they're from the same state, wouldn't they want to join forces? That's just what I think. Shouldn't they not be bitter enemies? Rather, you know, good allies of each other? But that's just me. I'm sure for those here in the college, or just big sports fans in general, will know a lot more about the rivalry between Michigan State and U of Michigan. Now that is a giant cube. Cool little thing. Wait. Oh, it moves? No way. Oh, that's so sick. Yet another reason to come to Ann Arbor, Michigan. A spinning cube. Well, there you have it, the University of Michigan campus. Probably a great place to learn, get a degree, but a little too utopian for my liking. After visiting that large campus, there is only one place left to visit, as far as we're concerned. So as if Ann Arbor, Michigan cannot fit enough of these trendy and upscale shops and restaurants, there's a whole marketplace dedicated to them. Welcome to Carytown. Seems like it's more than just one marketplace, but rather, you know, a district. Seems like things are named after Carytown, the concert house. I'm sure the brick streets have something to do with the layout. Yeah, I'm led to believe there would be more things outdoors if it was just a different day. Oh well. What do you think of when you hear of the state of Michigan? Do you think of the Great Lakes surrounding it? Do you think of the automotive industry centered around Detroit? Do you think of the farmlands throughout the whole of the state? You may be thinking those things, and I would be thinking them too. In fact, most of all, if I could deviate from this planned route I made, I would go up north to the northern peninsula and see all of the wonderful, beautiful, scenic forests. Right now we are here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I would think of this as sort of a bubble from the rest of Michigan. Doesn't seem like Michigan, but it is. Some may think of Ann Arbor, Michigan as just some satellite city of Detroit, but I would really argue that it is its own entity here. You can't really find the type of vibe over in Detroit. Ann Arbor is definitely its own thing. For both good and bad, it's a college town, so make what you will of it. My personal opinion, I wouldn't want to live here, but if I were a college student and just wanted to have some superficial fun, I would for sure go here and spend my time here. But there you have it, the Coverage Project's first venture into the Great Lakes state of Michigan. We'll be getting a chance to go to a couple more places in this state before we continue west, but until that time, right below some state route outside of Ann Arbor, Michigan. More travels to come. I will see you at the next location.